Juvelisi. La KBS English to be.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Can you lead a prayer?
Please stand. Let us bow your head and put the presence of the Lord and the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
O
God Almighty, behold us, the loving children, offering day to day our works and studies. Help us, dear Lord, to be obedient to our teachers, kind to our companion, and diligent to our studies, so that when we merit the blessings ourselves, our school, our loving country, the Philippines. Amen. And the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, please sit down. I want you to take some papers below your chairs and your desks. Okay. Before we start our lesson for today, I want you to introduce yourselves first.
My name Marlene C. Lapat. My name Sharin Agad. My name is Madeline L. Franz.
Okay. I want to check the attendance first. Say present if your name is called. Manile.
Present.
Sharon.
Present.
Marian.
Present.
Okay, all are present. So, our lesson for today is all about prosodic features of speech used in any types of speeches. So, at the end of this lesson, you can be able to use appropriate prosodic features of speech like volume, projection, pitch, stress, intonation, juncture, and speech rate that serves as carriers of meaning. You can also be able to perform and use the correct sounds of the English language. Who can give an example of speech? Marian.
Persuasive speech.
Okay, very good. How about you, Manilin?
An example of speech is a day-to-day conversation.
Yes, very good. So, now since all of you have an idea of what is speech, so let's start. So, prosodic features. From the word prosody. So, prosody means it is the study of all elements in language. It can be maybe acoustic or rhythmic rhythm. So, generally, this is the pattern of stress and intonation in a language. So, speech, we have two types of speech. We have segmentals and suprasegmentals. But for today's lesson, we are only focusing on suprasegmentals, which includes stress, pitch and intonation, juncture, and speech rate. So let's tackle first about stress. So when we say stress, what comes first into your mind? Sharin?
Stress. Ganun na stress.
That's actually correct. But in English language, stress has a different meaning. So, what is stress? Please read the definition, Manile.
A degree of or extra loudness given to a particular syllable or word to give emphasis.
So, from the word emphasis, emphasis means emphasize. Mailhan ninyo, diyan ninyo mailhan. So, the symbol of stress is stress mark. So, for example, the word franchise. So, the stress mark is a letter A. So, how can you read this one? If stress is a particular syllable to give an emphasis, so how can you read the word franchise when the stress mark is already put on letter A?
Franchise.
Can you please stand up, Sharon?
Franchise.
Okay, very good. It can be read as franchise, not franchise. Okay. In stress, we have two types of stress, which is the word stress and sentence stress. Under word stress, it has two types, monosyllabic word and the multisyllabic word. Monosyllabic word. Mono means one, only one. It can be used as to express anger, pain, happiness, fear, excitement. So as you can see, and give here examples of word stress. Can you read, Marian?
Ouch, see.
Okay, those are the examples of word stress. Look, ouch, see? Oh, those are the examples of word stress, meaning only one syllabic word. Because you can put stress on letter O because they are in the same sound. Pareha na silang sound tanan. Walay mubo, walay taas, di ba? Dili pa niya diri sa franchise na ang front di taas, ang chise is yobos. So, dili siya one syllabic word. Di sila monosyllabic. Whereas kung dire, you can differentiate because look is only one word with one syllable. Look. So, it has only one sound. Ouch. See. Okay. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, multisyllabic words, these are the words that have more than one syllable. So, for example, the word multisyllabic words. Okay. From the word multi means many. Oh, katong ganina, mono means one. So now multisyllabic words, it means many. So, for example, I will give two syllabic word. Example, under. So as you can see, it is called multisyllabic because there are two syllables on it. One is an, number two is der. So, as you can see, there are two syllables. So, alam na siya. This is the first syllable and this is the second syllable. So, Sharon, please stand up. In the word under, where will you put the stress mark?
N.
And? Okay, very good. You will put the stress mark here. So, for example, number two, I will give you three syllabic words in multisyllabic syllable. The word amplify. Amplify. There are three syllables in the word amplify. First, we have the pli, and fi. So, in this word, where will you put the stress mark?
A-M.
Manilin.
A.
Very good. Amplify. So, these are some of the examples that is called multisyllabic words. Shift of words. Even if the words are shifted, but the syllables or the stress remains. For example, retire. The word retire. So, where will you put the stress mark in the word retire? Retire.
R. 30.
No, you can only put the stress mark on vowels and not with the consonants.
R.
So from the word retire, where will you put the stress mark?
E.
No. Actually, you can put the stress mark on letter I. Retire. So, retire. Okay. This word is one of the retire. Retirement. Retirement. Retiring. And retiringly. See? The root word is retire. And then retirement, retiring, and retiringly. This is shifted words. But all of them are the same when it comes to stress mark. Because in retirement, so where we will put the stress mark in the word retirement? I. Okay. They are in the same. Retiring. Retiringly. This means that this word, even if hilahi na siya, ipangpunan na siya mga suffix and prefix, pero ang iyahang syllable is pariharagap na sa letter I. So next, I will give you an example of shifted words. Shifted words, pero ang iyang mga syllable is mabutang na sa lahi ang iyang syllables. For example, intro. Intro. From the word intro, where are you going to put the stress mark?
I.
R. Here, you're going to put the stress mark in intro. Intro. Introduction. So in the word introduction, where are you going to put the stress mark?
O. I. O. I.
Introduction.
Letter D?
No. Dili mo pwede makabutang o stress mark sa vowels o sa consonants. So, makabutang mo og stress mark sa a, i, u, u, ra. So, dili mo siya pwede i-butang. So, introduction. Introductory. See the difference. This word, when shifted, syllables or their stress mark differs. Whereas, the one example that I have given to you earlier, the same stress mark. But in this word intro, or an introduction, or introductory, the stress mark differs. So this means that all words have the same syllable. Okay? Did you understand?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
questions?
No.
Okay. Let's move on to the sentence stress. So for example, an example here is the same sentence but have different meanings. Okay. Pariha siya nga sentence pero lahi-lahi ang iyang meaning. So for example, I can't do it. So the stress is on do. Nasa do ang stress niya, di ba? I can't do it. So this means that it is possible for a person to do it now. I can't do it. So the same sentence but the syllable is in can't. The word can't. I can't do it. So, this means that a person don't have the ability to do it now. And the letter C, I can't do it. So, the syllable is in letter I. Means that the person is not the right person to do the task. So, when we say, I can't do it, I can't do it. See? There is a difference. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, di ko kahimo ana. I can't do it. So, murag ilang iperyudan nga, di jud ko kabalo ana. Okay? There is a difference. The same sentence but have different meanings. It depends on where will you put the word or the stress mark of the sentence, of the word in the sentence. So, now let's move on let's move on to pitch and intonation. So pitch and intonation, this is the second the second element of suprasegmentals or prosodic features. Okay. Pitch and intonation. Have you already heard this topic on your elementary years? No? There is no intonation or rising falling intonation? Okay. Pitch and intonation. So, pitch and intonation is very important in English language, especially in speeches. So, pitch and intonation. Now I am going to give the definition of pitch and intonation since you don't know this yet in your elementary years, as you said a while ago. So, please read the definition of intonation, Sharon.
Combination of any two or three pitch level result in tone or melody.
Okay, please sit down. So, an intonation is a combination of two or three pitch levels result in a tune or melody. So, in intonation, there are two types: rising intonation and rising falling intonation. So when we say rising falling intonation, or what we call 2-3-1 pattern. Okay. Now, in order for you to understand what is rising falling intonation, I will explain right away. So rising falling intonation, or the 2-3-1. So the 2 here is the normal intonation. The 3 is the accented syllable of the sentence. And then 1, it is the last syllable of the sentence. So for example, that's expensive. Diba? That's X. So, that's X is in normal speaking. That's the, diba sa pen na rin yung patas? Pen, save. Oh. So, this means that that's X. So, this is number 2. Because this is the normal. X, that's X. Pen. So, you will write here number 3. Because the pen is the accented syllable. Meaning, mo yung ipataas anyang tono. Diba? Pag yung set na po, di mo na pong ipaubos. So, morning, ginambira na to siya o 1. That's expensive. Okay. Another example is, what's your problem? What's your problem? So in this sentence, what's your problem? What's your problem? So, asa man ang accented syllable na pwede mo ta? What's your problem? What's your problem? Oh. So meaning, ano na siya? What's your wait lang. What's your problem? Ito. Okay, di naman natin ko ang accented syllable. What's your problem? Okay, nasab that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move on to rising intonation for the 2-3-3 pattern. Actually, this one is much easier than the rising falling intonation. And it's easy to identify that, oh, that's a rising intonation. Because this one is normal, and then the last are all 3. So, all accented syllable na siya. So, are they still in the whole? Oh. Unlike this one that you are going to put in accented and then goes down to the last syllable. So are they still in the hall? So are you still there? For example, I will give you an example. Are you still there? So where is the normal? Where is the normal intonation here?
There.
The accented syllable here. There? Okay, that's very good. Are you still there? Okay, sorry. Are you still there? So meaning this is 2, 3, and 3. Are you still there? So this is the rising intonation. Answerable by yes or no. Are you still there? What is your name? So what is your name? Diba? Di na ka mabalik sa abos pa, puro kapataas imong tono. Why are you here? Oh, that's rising intonation. Okay. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let's apply the intonation into a poem. Okay. This is an example of the poem. Hold fast. So hold fast, you are rising the intonation. Hold fast to dreams. Diba? Di ba, boss? To dreams. To dreams. For if dreams die. Life is a broken winged bite that cannot fly. Oh, can you read, Charit? Using the rising and falling intonation.
Hold fast to dream. For it dreams die. Life is a broken winged bite that cannot fly.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's move on to pitch. So in pitch, there are 4 levels. We have in pitch we have four levels. 4 levels of speech. Of pitch. We have low, high, normal, high, and extreme high. Extreme high. So, this low, normal, and high, especially, this is we're going to use when we normally speak. So, kasagaran, atong gamiton ang low, normal, ug high nga pitch gali sa ato ang tingog for conversation when we speak from day-to-day life. However, extreme high is when we are angry. Exact that. For example, nasukuta. You're dumb. You're just like that. So, you are going to use extreme high. Okay. So now let's move on to the next element called the prosodic features. We have the juncture. So when we say juncture,
Excuse me.
okay. So the next element is juncture. So since you are not so familiar with juncture, then I will already I will give you the meaning right away. Okay. So this is the juncture. So can you read the definition? 1 minute.
Interruption or broken in continuous flow of speech. It is called as pause in speech in order to indicate pausing with a symbol of snap.
Okay, thank you. Please sit down. Okay, juncture. So a juncture can be indicated using a slant. So, what are these slants mean? So, one slant means a short pause. Two slant means
Long pause.
an obtutor means
Stop or period.
okay. Very good. So that is how a juncture should be applied into a sentence or in a story. So for example, please read, Sharon.
James, the player, had an accident.
This second sentence.
James, the player, had an accident.
So what have you understand? What can you differentiate? So the first sentence, James, the player, had an accident. O, diba? James is a player and he had an accident. Well, the second sentence, James, the player had an accident. So it's some kind of informing. Nag-inform siya nga, James, player nga na-aksidente. Whereas sa first sentence, James, the player, had an accident. Si James daw kuno, usa ka player na aksidente. Diba? Sa second sentence, nag-inform na siya nga, James, isa ka player na na-aksidente. O, diba? Kung sa juncture, kung malahi na to pag kung sa juncture, malahi na to paggamit ang paggamit sa mga slants, ang paggamit na to kung asa ta mo post, kung asa mo hulong, while ka-deliver ta sa atong istorya, malahi po na iyang meaning. Malahi po na iyang pagsabot. Diba? Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. So let's go to the speech rate. So speech rate is very easy. This is a very simple type of element in speech. So speech rate. When you say speech rate, so unsa siya pag-ikusgon, unsa siya pa-kusga. For example, so this is the definition of speech rate. So this is the speed of speaking in words per minute from slow to fast. Oh, that is speech rate.
Slow.
So, can you read slow speech manually?
Slow.
Calmness,
Acceptance, formality, serenity.
okay, thank you. So, for example, that's a nice idea. So, it's formal lang siya. Slow lang ang iyang kuan sa iyang speech, ang iyang bitang tingog. That's a nice idea. Whereas, too slow speech. So, meaning, mas hinay nga bitaw tayo. Laziness. So, murag kapoy, ang iyang feeling. Kapoy, murag, o siya ikahatag. Lack of intelligence. Nga for example, I feel so low today. Okay. Diba? Mas dahil siya sa slow speech. Ang slow speech, that's a nice idea. Pero sa too slow, mas slow pa dyan siya, I feel so low today. Okay, that is speech rate. So, third, we have rapid speech. Meaning rapid speech, pas-pas. So, excitement. So, na-excite ka or nasuko ka. Diba? Your decision is simply marvelous. Oh, pas-pas na siya. Your decision is simply marvelous. Pero aside from that, dapat siya too rapid speech. So, pinaka-pas-pas. Fear ka na mahadlok, nag-nervous ka, di ba? Pas-pas kay ka na. Oh, hurry up, the bus is leaving. Oh, pagdalig ka, pagdalig. Oh. Too rapid speech. Okay. Remember always that in speech rate, there are 4 types. Slow speech, too slow speech, rapid speech, and too rapid speech. Okay. Any questions? Violent reactions? Or that you don't understand? Please ask. Okay. You know what, class? always remember that English language is very interesting. It's a very interesting part. You should always remember this prosodic features: the stress, pitch and intonation, juncture, and speech rate. Because in any types of speeches, bisan asa ka paingon, mag-istorya ka, magtalumpati ka, mag-speech ka sa eskwelahan, mag-inform ka, mag-chismis ka, i-deliver di mo sa ibang words sa imong chismis if malahi na siya. So wala na siya naka-apply diri. Wala na ni naka-apply ni elements of prosodic features. Okay. Since you don't have questions, please get 1/4 sheet of paper. Let's have a 5-item quiz, but I will give this visuals first because I know you're copying. Okay. Okay. Now, get ready and write your names on your 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay, number 1. It refers to the highness or lowness of the speaking voice. It refers to the highness or lowness of the speaking voice. A. Intonation. B. Pitch. C. Juncture. D. Stress. A. Intonation. B. Pitch. C. Juncture. D. Stress. Number 2, the feature of speech through the blending or joining of successive sounds. A. Phrasing. B. Pitch. C. Intonation. D. Juncture. A. Phrasing. B. Pitch. C. Intonation. D. Juncture. Number 3, these are used to convey the right message or meaning of a spoken text. A. Pitch and stress. B. Juncture and intonation. C. Stress and intonation. D. Juncture and phrasing. Number 4, degree of loudness or softness of one's voice. A. Stress. B. Volume. C. Pitch. D. Intonation. Number 5, identify what is used by the speaker. Madeline has a well-modulated voice. She can speak in public spaces without her throat apart, while all the people, even those at the end of the line, can still hear and understand her speech clearly. Identify what is used by the speaker. Madeline has a well-modulated voice. She can speak in English spaces without her throat apart, while all the people, even those at the end of the line, can still hear and understand her speech clearly. A. Projection. B. Stress. C. Volume. D. Juncture. Opens up. Exchange papers. We'll check. Okay, number 1, I will read the question and please answer. Madeline, please stand up. It refers to the highness or lowness of the speaking voice. A. Intonation. B. Pitch. C. Juncture. D. Stress.
Letter B.
Pitch. Pitch. Okay, please sit down. Number 2, the feature of speech through the blending or joining of successive sounds. Please stand up, Manilyn. A. Phrasing. B. Pitch. C. Intonation. D. Juncture.
Juncture.
Okay, letter D. Number 2. These are used to convey the right message or meaning of a spoken text. Marian.
Letter A.
Okay. The right answer is letter B. Juncture and intonation. Number 4. Please stand up, Sharif. Degree of loudness or softness of one's voice. A. Stress. B. Volume. C. Pitch. D. Intonation.
B. Volume.
Okay, very good. Letter B. Number 5. Manilyn, identify what is used by the speaker. Manilyn has a well-modulated voice. She can speak in public spaces without her throat apart, but all the people, even those of the end of the line, can still hear and understand her speech clearly. A. Projection. B. Stress. C. Volume. D. Juncture.
A. Projection.
Okay, very good. Okay, please present to me the scores. Name of what you've checked is called Marian. Score 3. Okay, 3. Manilin. 4. Sharon. 3. Okay. Let's all clap your hands for this score. There is no failed scores. Okay, since we have 1 hour left, I want you to perform a poem and a speech choir. So first, you're going to perform by group. You're only one group here since you are 3. You are only 3. I want you to perform a poem. Only the first stanza. Only the first stanza of the poem. I am an African child. I know you are familiar with this. So here's the rubrics of the poem presentation. We have the criteria here. First, voice inflection. It means to invoke feelings and emotions through appropriate intonation, volume, and pitch stress. Speech rate. So it is 40%. Appropriate body expression. Display appropriate body projection, gesture, and eye-to-eye contact. 3. Speech or poem memorization. Familiarize and can speak straight without being distracted. 10%. Unity. Dapat magkadungan mo. Clean and organized. 10%. A total of 100%. I will give you 10 minutes to practice. And then after that, you are going to perform in front. So since you're ready to perform your poem, so you may now perform it in front. One, two, three, go.
I am an African child. I am an African child, born of a skin the color of chocolate, bright, brilliant, and articulate, strong and bold. I am gifted, talented enough to be the best. I am an African child.
Okay. In voice inflection, invoke feelings and emotions. I'll give you 35% out of 40 since I see Marian laughing at the start. So I'll give you 35%. In appropriate body expression, I'll also give 36% out of 40. And in speech or poem memorization, 10% out of 10 because you are already familiarized and you memorized the poem clearly. And then in unity, clean and organized, 10%. So you have the total of 91%. Yes. So,
Next is the speech choir, using the chorus of the song Wake Me Up by Evanescence.
Wake me up! Wake me up inside! I can't wake up! Wake me up inside and call my name and save me from the dark! Now that I know what I'm without, you can't just leave me! Pretend to me and make me real! Bring me to life!
okay, go back to your seats. I will announce the scores. speech choir, they have the same criteria for the poem: voice inflection, appropriate body expression, speech and poem memorization, or speech memorization, and then unity. And as far as I am concerned with your speech, there are a few of your performance that you love, but most of them, you are very good actress, and you delivered the speech correctly, and you expressed your emotions, and you delivered the message correctly. So I will give you 95% for your performance. So let's get ourselves. Okay, means it's already time. Yes, we are running out of time. So goodbye, class.
Goodbye and
Thank you, teacher. Students, job well done today. You learned a lot. Thank you so much, class.
Thank you.
The end, Mom. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity like this. I wanted you to know, Ma'am, that after doing this, I realized everything that teaching is hard. Because you are always considering their learnings, if they learn or not from your discussions.